Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing out there in YouTube world? Hope everyone's doing great. So I want to just thank everyone for always liking and sharing and subscribing. If you haven't yet, you can hit the little bell and that way you get a notification whenever we post new videos. I do have new videos out every Tuesday and Friday. Some days a little later than most because I got the kid. It's Tuesday and Friday, okay? So Tuesday and Friday, all right? So today I'm actually going to be starting a different series on my channel. It's going to be a Black History series. We can learn about events that have happened in Black history and events that maybe that you haven't heard of. But I know one of the big ones, and a lot of people may not know about it, is Axe Handle Saturday. We're gonna talk about Axe Handle Saturday today. We're just gonna talk about it, just learn a little bit more about it, and I'll explain why it's a little different. It's a little closer to me in my life because of where Axe Handle Saturday happened. Before we start off, I just want to say this. I do believe 100% that Black history is American history. And I say that because Black Americans, they are American. We're American. Our history is connected to this country, whether it's good or bad. Obviously there's, a lot of bad, especially a lot of bad that's coming out right now that we're learning about. Even though a lot of our history is hard to hear, it still matters. A lot of it is frightening. It's like an awakening kind of thing happening right now, but it's still American history. Whether it's good or bad, there are good things that have happened in our history as America. And there are things like slavery and Axe Handle Saturday, which we're about to talk about, that happened in our history. I want to make sure that we're a place where we can learn and grow and be better. Like I always say, I do believe that anti-racism is a journey. We do go on a journey of being anti-racist. I don't believe that any of us wake up one day with the knowledge to not be racist. We go on a journey and we're all learning and growing. And I do believe that we need to all give ourselves a little grace to learn better and to do better. So let's talk about Axe Handle Saturday. So Axe Handle Saturday was a racially motivated attack that happened in Hemming Park in Jacksonville, Florida. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was actually at Hemming Park, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. But we were at Hemming Park, and honestly, when we were at Hemming Park, I've never heard of Axe Handle Saturday like I heard about recently. And when we were there, it was crazy because we were actually there praying for our nation. So the night before we went there, they removed the Civil War veteran Charles Hemming's statue. They removed it in the middle of the night and they took it down. Axe Handle Saturday happened August 27th of 1960. There were a group of African Americans that were attacked because they were doing a sit-in of protest opposing racial segregation. They obviously wanted unity, which is kind of what we're all working towards right now, majority of us. The reason it's called Axe Handle Saturday is because that was the weapon of choice that they used to attack bats and axe handles, so the handles of an axe. So I just want to read a little bit of background. Because of its high visibility and patronage, Hemming Park and its surrounding stores were the site of numerous civil rights demonstrations in the 1960s. So Black sit-ins began August 13th, 1960, when students asked to be served at a segregated lunch counter. They were denied service, kicked out, spit at, and addressed with racial slurs. So that's kind of what set it off of them, wanting to end segregation and the way that they were treated at the lunch. On August 27th, 1960, a group of about 200 men, they went into Hemming Park. Some of them were believed to be a part of the Ku Klux Klan. And they went to Hemming Park with baseball bats and axe handles. And then the mob of men started attacking every African American that they saw in sight or within close proximity of it. So there was actually a guy, his name was Nat Glover, and he would later work for the Jacksonville Police Department for 37 years. And so he recalled stumbling into the riot. He was just kind of out and about. And Glover ran into the police, and he was expecting them to arrest the guys. He was expecting to arrest them, but he was told to leave town or risk being killed. I find it quite interesting that, I I know there's a lot of talk right now going on about the Confederate statues and the Civil War veterans that are being honored with statues. If you do have the chance, there is a video already out there and it explains it well. And I honestly don't know if I'll explain it as well as him. It shows you when those statues went up, when those statues were erected. Anyway, a lot of them were erected during like things like the Civil Rights Movement. A lot of them were erected right after Juneteenth. And it was kind of an intimidation tactic as to why they put the statues up. Kind of like a reminder as to, you know, kind of stay in your place. It's so interesting and means a lot more to me now that we were in Hemming Park the day after they took Charles Hemming's statue down, his Confederate statue. The people that he wanted to enslave, the park that was named after him. And this brutal beating happened in our own city. And to not even know and to sit in that park, now it means so much more. It's like I want to go back and sit in it again, because it was like these people were fighting. And it wasn't all black people. There was actually some white people there too, and who actually got beat by the mob as well. But to just be sitting there and to kind of take in, like, this statue was down, but there were people that were beat so badly just for racial equality. Oh man, that's deep, man. That's really deep. And so I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Hope that you learned something today. It's so devastating that it's like we have to go searching for this stuff. We're not taught it, but we will learn and we will do better. We'll do better as an America, as a country, as a educational system. I feel like we're gonna learn. We're on the brink of something. We're gonna get better, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be worth it to all those people, like the people that were beat at Axe Handle Saturday. That they get to that their hard work, that their fight for social injustice was not in vain, and that we're continuing to fight that fight. It's unfortunate that we have to continue to fight that fight, but their fight wasn't in vain, and we're gonna keep fighting. And we're going to keep going until there is indeed liberty and justice for all. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and always liking and sharing and subscribing. Actually, there won't be a video on Friday. My family and I will be on vacation, but hopefully I can get some good video for you and take you with us on vacation. But until then, I will see you next Tuesday. See you next time, guys. Bye.